Tomlinson. It is so good to be back on TV now that our city is just barely on fire. A little bit. I do want to say before we start, we were off all of last week. And the reason for that is the people who run our show are very great people who care about our staff and our crew. And I'm really grateful to them. And it's not something you always see in this business. So I just wanted to say that to be like cheesy and personal for a minute. I really appreciate it. I also just don't know what games we would have played last week. And for our next game, we're just gonna check watch duty again. Our next game is called How Many Fires Are There? I don't know how we would have made that fun and cute, but the wildfires seem to be finally under control. But yes, of course. But if you need help or just want to help, you can scan this QR code and it'll take you to a list of organizations providing resources here in LA. It's obviously been a tough time for us here in LA, but we did all get to find out how we would react in an emergency. Some of us better than others. For example, my go bag was just a box of Pop-Tarts and some condoms, which really poses the question, who did I think I would be after the fires? Because it's not who I am now. Lots of people are using humor to get through it. This is what I love about Gen Z. They can turn any trauma into a trend. They can. They're so good at it. Now they're sharing videos of what's in my bag emergency edition.
I'm gonna be showing you guys what is in my evacuation bag. First, we have a game of No Mercy Uno, just because I didn't know if we were gonna get bored in our hotel, and I figured we should have something to do just in case. Then we have my charger, just because I have to respond to all my Snap posts. And then that's actually all.
Pretty good. You know who's the best at putting together go bags? All my friends with divorced parents. Yeah. They're ready to go at a moment's notice. They had to evacuate Dad's apartment every weekend when he got a new girlfriend. Is that too dark? I'm sorry. You're right. I'm not a child of divorce. My mom's dead, so I win. No, okay. If you don't think that's funny, I'm sorry. People with dead parents will think it's funny. They have a great sense of humor. Just look.
Anyway, I need a go bag, and of course the first thing I put in it is my dad's urn, because I'll be damned if his ashes catch on fire and then he becomes, and then there are more ashes.
She saved her dad from being double cremated. That's so sweet. Although, if you've ever seen dads barbecuing in the backyard, you know they love to get a little extra char on stuff. One woman accidentally took an edible right as the fires were spreading. Yeah.
Imagine you take an edible, it's kicking in, and right as it's kicking in, you start getting a million texts and calls, and you're ignoring them because you're like, I'm vibing, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then finally you're like, this is weird, like, why are so many people hitting me up? And then you finally read the texts, and everyone's like, get out, evacuate now. There's a fire happening a mile from your apartment, and you're like, awesome.
This is why I don't do edibles anymore. I can't imagine the things I would pack in an emergency if I were that high. Can you imagine having to tell your loved ones, yes, I'm safe, but all I have with me is frozen pizza and all of my Adam Sandler DVDs. That's what felt most important. Between these fires and Trump's inauguration, it's been an insane, historic 2 weeks. A lot of people are saying they're sick of living in unprecedented times and want to go back to precedented times. Okay, great news. Here's something you'll recognize from history. Yep, last night, Elon did what appeared to be a Nazi salute twice. His defenders say he was just doing a Roman salute, to which we all said, is that better? Musk wasn't the only weird rich guy at this event. The entire front row was filled with tech billionaires. If you put them all together, they have trillions of dollars and 1/2 of a human soul. But you really gotta scrape them together. You gotta get every little bit. I mean, think of how much money they have, and they still look like that. They look like the Avengers if their arch nemesis was a livable wage. Mark Zuckerberg got caught trying to look down the top of Jeff Bezos' fiancée. Okay, All right, what did you expect from the guy who invented invading your privacy? People online were criticizing her outfit, but come on, guys, we already knew she was into wrinkly whites. Now, some said that her outfit wasn't appropriate for an inauguration, but you know what else isn't appropriate for an inauguration? The other fashion headline was Melania's hat, which, you know, sure. To me, it really screams oatmeal guy. I don't know about anyone else. Trump's whole family was there to celebrate the occasion. He even gave a special shout out to his youngest son, Barron.
And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
My son is tall. 5-minute applause break. Yeah. That's how men think we react when they write 6'2" on their dating app. I guess all it takes for Donald to be proud of his children is for them to be tall. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out Barron Trump is just Eric on Don Jr.'s shoulders wearing a trench coat. There they are. Even though it was only his first day back in office, Trump signed dozens of executive orders to which I would just like to say, hey, Donald, take a load off, man. I mean, you've already done so much for America. Like, you could honestly just, like, coast the next 4 years and not do anything else. I'm trying something else. I'm trying a different tactic. Just hang out, man. Do you think it worked? Probably not. Trump is also planning on visiting LA this week to survey the wildfires, and I think I speak for a lot of us when I say, haven't we been through enough? I'm kidding. It's actually perfect timing for him to come because my go bag is ready.